Hello, folks. Charlie Gipple here with CG Financial Group. There is one institution on earth that has figured it out. They've figured it out. You know how you feel like quitting sometimes, whether it's working out, whether it's, you're having a bad time at work, you just feel like quitting, walking away, and just giving up on whatever it was that you were doing because it was somewhat difficult. There's one institution on earth, at least one, but this one in particular is pretty special, at least based off of my reading of this institution. What this institution can do is they can take the mind of a 20-year-old kid, a 25-year-old kid, a 30-year-old kid, and they can transcend that mind to superhuman areas. They figured out a way over a 6-day period of time to take the mind of this human being and to take it to places where you or I, unless you've been a part of this institution, will probably likely never get to. You know how they say you use only 5 or 10% of your brain? Although that's kind of a fun anecdote, nobody can ever prove that. Well, if there is any proof, which there really is not, that proof would be found with what this institution is able to do, and that they are able to take your mindset and transcend it to 20 times more powerful. They call this the 20x factor. 20 times more powerful than what you think you are as a human being. What institution is it that I'm talking about? What 6-day period of time is it that I'm talking about? I'm referring to the United States Navy SEALs. The United States Navy SEALs, over a 6-day period of time, which is called Hell Week, they have figured out how to turn these kids into warriors from a mental standpoint, and warriors into from a standpoint of physical capabilities, which physical capabilities many times depends on this here. This is called Hell Week. Hell Week starts on a Sunday. Here's what's interesting is Hell Week starts on a Sunday. By Tuesday, 3 days into this, almost everybody that is going to quit has quit. Something amazing happens on between Tuesday and Wednesday, however. And by the way, Hell Week, it's 6 days, it's 20 hours of brutal exercise, being wet, having sand in your clothes, having to run to eat, having to run to go to sleep for that 4 hours that you are going to go to sleep. It is torture. It's torture mentally, it's torture physically. The amazing thing is 3 days into it, pretty much everybody that's going to quit has quit. Why is that? Because per this book, Mark Divine, The Way of the SEAL, per this book, something amazing happens between Tuesday night and Wednesday. And here's what happens. The body, you start to hallucinate. You start to feel like you're completely broken down and cannot go any further. You think you're going to die. But something happens on that Wednesday, and it's this. In the middle of all that hallucination, in the middle of thinking that you're going to die, it starts to change. Your brain starts to get stronger. Your body starts to get stronger. This is kind of that evolution into that superhuman state, that by breaking yourself down more than you or I, unless you've been a part of this, will probably ever break yourself down, something amazing happens to that human body. Because that human body effectively has gotten used to that discomfort that has happened 3 days into it, they just transcend themselves into like superhuman warriors, right? And by the end of that 6-day period of time, what you have is you have the United States Navy SEALs. So anytime you think of giving up, think of this book. Get this book. Read this book. I read this a couple years ago, but I always quote this Hell Week, these Hell Week statistics. Read that book, because amazing things happen when you're being tortured. I was talking with my 12-year-old about this yesterday as we were working out. Like, Seth, do you know that pain, to a certain extent, you have to know what good pain is, what bad pain is. That pain is your body getting out of its comfort zone. And when it gets enough out of its comfort zone, it has the ability to come back and be even stronger, both physically and psychologically. So don't give up. Don't give up. Why? Because you may be on day 3 of Hell Week, right? You may be on day 3, and the hump is just on that next day. And that next day is when you start to, I wouldn't say hallucinate, but when you start to get stronger and stronger and stronger, and then all of a sudden, the things that were once difficult, they become a lot easier. Again, my name is Charlie Gipple. I'm the CEO of CG Financial Group. We work with financial professionals across the country with their annuity business, life business, and long-term care business. So feel free to give me a call if you're looking for a marketing organization that, as I say, is on your team but not on your payroll. Thank you and have a good day.